What is going on, guys? What is going on? What is going on? Whoops. Wait a minute. What is going on? Michelle, Surf Dragon, Ronnie. What's going on, guys? Wait, why is the chat not updating? Why is the chat not updating? All right. 1 second. Let me just announce this and then we'll get right into it. Live now. Cool. What is going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see who we got here. Let me pop out the chat. And for those of you on Instagram, what's going on? We live stream on IG, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I don't even know my Twitch name. I'll be honest. What else? And X. So for those of you on any of those platforms, what's going on? And on any of those platforms, hit that like button so that other people can find the stream. We're going to do our pre-market analysis. I'm going to show you how I do top-down analysis, what I'm looking at right now, whether I'm leaning bearish or bullish. This is the third day in a row of streams. As I told you for the new year, if you guys wanted, I will be doing streams every single day, most days probably, for pre-market, and then we'll take the stream internally to the Discord. So if you guys like that and you want me to keep doing it, hit that thumbs up and let me know so that I can keep doing it, because it does take quite a bit of time to actually do this and takes away from my actual pre-market trading. But hopefully you guys learned something doing this. Obviously bring your questions and your shenanigans. But this is the third day in a row. So the first day gave you the correct bias on gold on the S&P 500. Yesterday took a trade on the, wait, was it NASDAQ or S&P 500? Yesterday took a trade on NASDAQ. So gave you the right bias. I told you that I thought the market would reverse from being deep red to green. That happened as well. So let's hope to continue this streak and hope to keep providing you with the right bias and the right guidance. Keep on live streaming. All right, hit that thumbs up. There's 300 of you here and 87 likes. If you want me to keep live streaming, let's try and match the likes to the actual people watching. Let's try and do that. Sonar, what's going on? Brooks, Elliot, Accomplice X, nice name. Joe Flores, what's going on? Pluto and Neptune, another nice name. Cyril, Nasser, Kenan, what's going on, bro? Frapello, Javid or Javed, what's going on? Jerry, Luis, Simon, Jarhead, Scotty G, what's going on? All right, let's get right into it. So here's what I'm looking at in terms of top down. Let's start with the S&P 500. Yesterday was a wild day. As I said, it started off deep red, ended up recovering. That was the bias that I thought. I'm not going to go over yesterday's bias and why I thought that. Ashante, what's going on, man? See, I know how to pronounce your name. So let's start with today's bias. If we look at the daily, right, what are we looking at? We're looking for any imbalances or any external range liquidity, right? So obviously we have these tiny fair value gaps on the way up, nothing too big, right, in terms of the daily range. This is when I then opt to expand the ranges by going one time frame lower and starting to look at the 4 hour, right? Now, before marking our pre-market highs and lows, I'm trying to get a sense for what the day is going to look at. If we look here, this fair value gap, this is where we bounced off of yesterday. This is one of the reasons that I thought there could be a chance that we would reverse to the upside, right? Now, the crazy thing is this fair value gap here, this bearish fair value gap, is being rather stubborn. We've dug into it 3 times already. But this also lets you know potentially one thing, that this fair value gap is not that strong because we didn't get a rejection that, took us down with displacement. We keep testing it like it doesn't mean business. So, it continues to be tested, and more so, we have equal highs here now on the 4-hour, right? And what do we know about equal highs and lows? That they will eventually get taken out. So I'm looking to see if there is a bias that would take us to the upside and take out those equal highs, especially the fact that this fair value gap is not really being respected. We did reject off of it, but I'm saying if you don't reject off something with displacement, then it is likely not a strong level. So eventually I want to see us trade into this. Now, it's important to note that CPI is tomorrow. And yes, we will be live streaming for CPI. So CPI is tomorrow. And what tends to happen before CPI is one of two things. You either end up getting what we call seek and destroy, right? Which means that price action starts taking out both stops, especially in a tight range like this. Or you end up getting extremely sleepy action waiting for tomorrow. And towards the end of the day, right before market close, you'll get a big move. And that's why you get all these newbie questions on Twitter, right, or on X, saying, oh, was CPI leaked, right? It's because it tends to make a big move, and everyone prematurely thinks CPI was leaked because of that big move. And it's really just a low volume liquidity raid and doesn't really indicate what's going to happen the next day, right? All right, so that's the 4-hour. Off the 4-hour, I don't have a bias of bearish or bullish. I do see this, and I do see that this will eventually get taken out, potentially. Maybe not today, though, right? This may be something that gets taken out tomorrow. Another thing we tend to see on CPI day for sure, because it is released pre-market at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, is you tend to see this type of action before market open. So I think these will eventually get taken out tomorrow, if not today, but it doesn't mean that they'll get taken out by a move that sustains to the upside, right? So then I want to drill down maybe to the 1-hour and see if there's something that I can spot here. Off of the 1-hour, it's really the same picture. We do have a fair value gap here, right? That is not really being rejected with displacement, right? So at this point, from the high time frame on ES, I don't really have a strong bias one way or the other, right? I do think that overall, if you look at the weekly, we are definitely holding this level, these summer highs, right? But the weekly level is a big level. So we can stay above this while still, being slightly bearish for the day or slightly bullish for the day. It's not really going to give you a sense for what's going to happen today, right? But on ES, as long as we stay above 47.31.25, on SPX would be 46.06, and on SPY would be around 460. As long as we stay above those levels, then I think we are in the clear for continued bullish price action for 2024. If we break those levels, I would start to get concerned, okay? So if we take a look at, let me just take this out. There was a very freaking clean move pre-market. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. It was on NQ during the London kill zone session. Also on ES, but NQ would have given you a lot more. So we want to mark out our highs and lows, right? Right off the bat, we have these equal highs here. Right? This already tells me that at some point liquidity is going to get drawn here, right? So this was yesterday at 1 o'clock, and today during London, right? So not only is this yesterday's high of the day, this is also London session high, right? You don't see that a lot. But definitely a significant level here. Okay. And then if we mark out London low on ES, it's this. I'm just going to go ahead and go London. It's funny. I actually don't remember the last time we created equal highs or lows from yesterday's intraday session and the London session. I don't remember the last time, right? So it's like I don't even know what to market here because I have a label for London and I have a label for pre-market. I mean, a label for yesterday's high, right? Doesn't matter. I just know, actually, you know what? Here, we have a label also for equal highs there. REH stands for relative equal highs, okay? Now, here's what's insane and why I think now looking at the 5-minute, there's a potential for, obviously we need confirmation, but there's a potential for an upside move to take out these highs, okay? So the move that I was talking about, and by the way, if you live in a foreign country or a foreign time zone, that's foreign to the U.S., I mean, because we're talking about the U.S. market, or you know, you trade, you work during the day, right? And you can't really sit here and trade. I urge you to look at the London session, okay? Especially the crossover between Asia to London. So the London kill zone starts at 2 a.m. Eastern, right? And the Asian session is not worth trading, but it is worth monitoring. So the Asian session usually is the sleepiest in terms of volume, and that's usually where you get consolidation, right? But you want to see which way the market breaks out of Asian session, because if you can get a move where you have consolidation, manipulation, and then expansion, right? This is power of 3. You tend to see this very, very often during London session. And I actually wish that I lived in a later time zone, at least East Coast, but definitely Europe, because this session usually provides the biggest moves very early on, and you'll be done before market open. So if you find yourself, you know, you have a job where you can't really intraday trade, and you're looking for something liquid to trade off hours, I would urge you to look at London session, right? Look at the crossover between Asia to that 2 to 5 a.m. kill zone, and once you get a break of consolidation, right? That's usually the manipulation move, and we are likely going for an expansion the other way. So if, you know, you have this consolidation and we broke to the upside, then your expansion would be to the downside. And in this case, we had consolidation, we broke to the downside, and your expansion is to the upside. Night shift, I do it every night, Milan Patel says. That's awesome. Also, crazy name, Milan Patel. You're named after an Italian city, and you have the most common Indian last name ever. That's pretty dope. Got this move today? C. Zazie Jones. Zazie Jones? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but that's awesome. So 11 to 2 PST. The Asian kill zone ends at midnight New York time, and the London kill zone starts at 2 a.m. But yes, if you want to catch it, I would say between midnight and 5 a.m. is when you want to look. Okay, so with that said, this is why I'm more biased to the upside today, because we did take that liquidity, that Asian liquidity, right? Asia session liquidity. We crossed below Asia low, and we made a move to the upside, this expansion move, but we did not take out this major external liquidity here. And we left a perfect equal highs here, right? So in my view, this area was sell side was already targeted. And then we dropped below it again during New York kill zone, which you see here, right? New York kill zone starts at 8 a.m. And right now it is 9:15 a.m. So we dropped below it. So we took liquidity from Asia session, and we took liquidity, pre-market liquidity during London kill zone, right? And we left these equal highs here. I'm going to jump to NQ for a second. But so far, if this isn't shown in NQ, I would likely look at ES for a long. I might consider a trade here too. See, we retested that pre-market low. This would have been a perfect entry. Low risk. Yeah. This right here looks like a reversal pattern too. ES took H4 BSL. No, it didn't. No, it didn't, bro. ES has actually perfect relative equal highs. I'm looking at H4 ES. No porn music this morning? Man, they gave me a strike on my stream yesterday. I got to find royalty-free music. All right. We have the same reversal pattern on NQ. Now, interesting, NQ had that same move from Asia to London. Asia, London, London sell side sweep, and then London expansion. And it took out yesterday's high, right? It didn't leave equal highs. Wow, this is wild. This is some wild ass shit because we have equal lows on NQ. God, never makes it easy. Never makes it easy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Play some Fairuz. Man, I like Fairuz, but I would get too hypnotized. I would get too hypnotized if I played Fairuz. Yeah, I'm interested in an ES long. Do I want to set an order right now? Let me see. I'm not wholly convinced. Maybe I'll wait until market structure breaks. I'll wait until market structure shifts. What do you think of Vivek for president? You guys want me to talk politics? You know, it's one of my favorite topics. Politics and history. I'll let you know. Just let me focus on the market, bro. All right, Vivek is not going to make you rich. So focus on things that will make you rich. And then talk about other human beings' aspirations. It would be nice to show your market clock. What the fuck? Where do you guys come up with this stuff? Can't you just look at the price and tell? It will affect your channel algo? No, bro, I don't care about my channel algo. I care about other people finding the stream so that they can trade better. I'm long NQ. Yeah, it's definitely a front run, bro. That's a front run. It's not an A+ trade. You know, you're still in bearish market structure. Look. You know, I'm hoping it works out for you. I'm just saying. That's definitely a front run. That's not an A+ trade. Especially because you have this here. You also have this order block here. What I want to see is guys, no thoughts questions. Stop being lazy, bro. Thoughts on Amazon. I could, on their products, on the company, on their cash flow, on their CEO, on what? Ask lazy questions, you get lazy answers. I would like to see if this fair value gap gets rejected. But ideally, an A+ trade, bro, would be if we break above this and then come back to retest it. On Jeff's bodybuilding. Dude, you know that Jeff Bezos' girlfriend is a legend in LA. People think she's just some random woman. Jeff Bezos' girlfriend was an LA newscaster for the longest time. Like, she's very known because she was on LA local news. Tesla up pre-market. Let me look at the extended hours. I want to get back to ES and NQ. Guys, there's 700 of you here and 237 likes. Hit that thumbs up so that other people find the stream. Did you sell cover calls on Tesla shares? I'll let you know if you guys hit that thumbs up and get this to 350. Not a clear setup. I'll wait for 950 macro. That's very smart, Andres. Very smart, especially before CPI. By the way, I'm gonna go over Tesla, but there was confusion yesterday when I said that we are closing the Discord January 31st. There was confusion from people in the Discord saying, you know, what if I'm already a member? Am I gonna be locked out? No, I'm saying we're closing it to new members. We're taking it private. And it will be by application / waitlist only. That's what I meant. I didn't mean that if you're already in it, you're going to be locked out. If you're already in it, whatever, you know, whether you're in lifetime or whether you're in monthly, I'm going to honor whatever your commitment is, right? But I'm saying after January 31st, we're not going to be accepting new members. You know, only by waitlist and application, right? So we are going to be a private group, and I find that that's the best way to make sure that we have the most committed members and in the group, and that we vet everybody to make sure that it's for them, right? Tesla, if we take a look at Tesla's, why is that? Why is what? Yeah, I mean, Tesla's still in its consolidation range, which is not very common for Tesla. But obviously, this is only going to last so long. I made it to the group right on time. What's going on, Penny? Yeah, I mean, Tesla to me doesn't look, really doesn't look bullish in the short term. I think eventually it will mimic a pattern that looks kind of like this. This is on the weekly, right? And I think you're seeing that here. Tesla is a master at creating price fractals, right? So you see this on the weekly. You have the same thing here. And then you see this. You have the same thing here. Right? So I think eventually Tesla is going to break out of this channel. In terms of today, we have our pre-market high. Are you guys going to be here for CPI tomorrow? You better be. Pre-market low. Yeah, it's in a very tight range today. So what I'm going to be looking at for Tesla is hopefully we can break pre-market low and then quickly come above, shorting the open or going long. Bro, that's how you get killed in trading. Shorting or longing the open. Nobody's profitable that way. You want to wait for liquidity to be taken, right? So hopefully it's to the downside, and then we quickly cross above, and then we'll wait for a retracement. But I likely won't trade Tesla today, because imagine you go long, right? Your range is so short to get to pre-market high. Or if price takes liquidity from here and you want to go short, price is so close. The PM high and PM low is so close. So I likely won't be trading Tesla today. NVIDIA, absolute rocket, man. I think Microsoft is eventually going to break out of this range and go to 400. I might take another crack at it because I did have a long... What? I did have a long on Microsoft that I ended up closing for break even. All right, let's see. Yep, see? My bias on the indices was long. And I think ES will eventually take out these highs. What about Orb? What is Orb? I have no idea what you're talking about. My volume is low. I think everyone can hear me. I think it's your computer. I've been on for half an hour, and you're the first person that said that. Man, there was only one entry here. Fuck. Volume good? How the hell can you tell the volume is good? We just opened a minute ago. We literally opened 1 minute ago. What do you mean volume is good? Oh, you're talking about volume of the mic? I appreciate you. I know, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. What did I tell you? What the fuck did I tell you? God damn it. I front run that on MES. That's awesome. Maybe that's the reason for the rip. No, that's not the reason for the rip. I gave you my analysis before that. I told you why I think we're going to take out these highs. Now, did we find an entry? No. And there was one entry here. It was this one. Unless you front ran it. See, the thing is, with practice, you can get really good at direction, right? But it takes even more effort to find a good entry. Like, rarely does something make a move that completely surprises me. Obviously, red folder news, CPI, FOMC, that's a different story. I'm talking about a non-news day, right? Rarely does it make a move where I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. But it's a matter of finding an entry. Yeah, exactly. Yavor. Still objective, right? Like if it doesn't provide a clean entry, hard for me to take. There was one tiny entry here, maybe in hindsight. Maybe. But I mean, this is the 1 minute chart. If you look at something like the 3 minute, even there was zero entry. Zero entry. Do you take any 10 a.m. news in consideration today? What is the news? Let me see. What was that site? Where is the calendar? Okay, here, let's look at it together. See, what did I tell you is gonna happen? What did I tell you is gonna happen? Rewind the tape. I said these highs are gonna get taken out. And these highs got taken out. Damn. Damn. You know what? If there was a game in which I guess market direction every day and someone paid me for it, I don't know. I'd be at the top of the leaderboard somewhere. Top 5 at least. But guess what? You don't get paid for that. You get paid for entries. Stop the cap? What am I capping about, Luis? I would love to know, Luis. What am I capping about? What high? Rewind the tape, bro. Rewind the tape. London high and yesterday's high were equal highs. Luis, what am I capping about, bro? Knowing market direction and random markets? This is random to you? I drew out this level and I said, this is where I think the market is heading. It's on freaking tape, bro. You could just literally take your slider and go back. Fucking idiot. People just want to say shit. Yeah, I mean that's a good question, bro. Astro Geek. If you know market direction, why don't you front run? It's true. That's a valid question. But it's because at the end of the day, you still have to manage risk, right? I could just buy a bunch of calls in SPY and then hold them. And if it goes against me, obviously, then I'll be in major drawdown, right? But you make a valid point. One of my goals for 2024 was to optimize my entry models, right? So if I'm looking at this from a change in the state of delivery, for instance, right? You could have potentially front ran an entry once this candle closed above the last red candle's high, right? So after we swept liquidity, and this green candle closed above this last red candle's high, you could have entered on a change in the state of delivery, but that is more of a it is a front run, right? So you're not actually waiting for confirmation, but it is more of an educated front run. Luis, what do you mean by random markets? Luis is just someone who can't read the market, so he thinks others can't either. Don't get mad, bro. Luis says, Luis, after calling me a liar, says, don't get mad, bro. I don't know where you're from, bro, but calling someone a liar is a big accusation where I'm from. I'm respectful to everybody, right? But if someone's disrespectful right off the bat, especially if they don't know me, then yeah, you're gonna get some attitude. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what your parents taught you, but calling someone a liar and then saying, "Oh no, bro, don't get mad." You waiting for a pullback? Yeah. Well, now that we took liquidity, right? Where I'm from, you get punched. I'm 2 years in your Discord group and you're ignoring my question. What is your question, Alex? Why don't you just ask it in the Discord? I didn't see your question. There's a ton of questions here. I'm not ignoring anybody. Luis, then why are you watching the stream, bro? If you don't believe that you can call a market with some degree of certainty, then why are you watching the stream? Go watch cartoons. I'm sure cartoons are on right now. Go watch cartoons. Usuf is saying Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is on her right now. Alex, ask your question again. Ramu says, how should I convert monthly to Mastermind lifetime? How do you convert monthly to Mastermind lifetime? Let me give you... Let me give you a discount code, bro. All right. Use code MMDiscount2. Use that code. That'll give you 1,000 off a lifetime, bro. Forever. Right now, what I think the markets will do, you have to find a high time frame level, right? This right here should be considered mitigated now. This fair value gap should be considered mitigated. Regardless if we run through it or reject off of it, we've already hit the 50% line, right? This 4-hour fair value gap. After taking liquidity, right, there is no way of telling whether the market is going to keep going up. We're already at 50% of the fair value gap. What I would like to see for an optimal trade is this pullback under those equal highs like it's doing now, and then retrace to that area for a short. That's what I'd like to see. Now, you're asking me Is it going to happen? At this stage, there's no way of telling, right? It's different than when I said I think we're going to go up to these equal highs and take them out, because we had already taken out liquidity from New York kill zone as well as the London kill zone, right? So we took out those liquidities and we kept those equal highs up. But now there's no telling. There's nothing that is going to tell you yet what's going to happen, right? You need this to come back below and then retest it. And at that point, you'd be able to tell. How many years do you plan on doing travel? Well, this is our 5th year now. Hold on. 6th year. We just crossed our 6th year yesterday. That's crazy, man. We crossed our 6th year yesterday. Wow. Is promo code discount still valid now? Yes, Juno. I opened it back up for just for the lifetime. Use code on discount to check out for 1,000. That one. All right. Fibonacci Poppy, that is such a dope name. That is such a dope name. Wait, how the hell do I pin my thingy? I can't pin a comment? I can't pin my own comment? I can pin someone else's? That's crazy. Is it cheaper than Black Friday? No, you're never going to get Black Friday, bro. There's a reason that's Black Friday. It's the next best thing, but it's definitely not Black Friday, no. All right, so Tesla crossed below pre-market low. And we have yesterday's lows here. So what I'm looking at on Tesla, I think it will eventually get to this level. And what you want to see is, does it treat this as a liquidity level? Right? Does it treat this as a liquidity level, or does it continue down? If it continues down, there's no optimal short. If it treats this as a liquidity level, comes back up, breaks structure, then you have a potential optimal long from here, right? I wasn't going to long it from here if a long presented, because pre-market high was so close. Pre-market high was right here. AMD. What about AMD? What's the question on AMD? I don't know what your question is on AMD. This is why lazy questions are hard to tolerate. I have no idea what your question is on AMD. I just pull up a chart and I'm staring into nothing. Do we have SMT between ES and NQ? Let's look. very good call out, bro. Very, very, very good call out. Yes. And NQ is by far the weaker one. So if you're going to short one, it would be NQ. There's the SMT on. So NQ made a lower high. ES made a higher high. This is bearish SMT. Appreciate you, Renell. This is a very good call out, man. I'm impressed. Congrats to those that took profit. Oh, of course you would have taken profit. And like I said, ES was the one that I would long, right? Because ES was the one with the relative equal highs. NQ did not have the relative equal highs. As you can see, right? NQ's high is up here. NQ's London high is way up here. ES's London high was the same level as yesterday's high. Should I enter Santa on promo code section? Bro, I just gave you the promo code. Are you looking for, are you talking about monthly or lifetime? See, this is why displacement is so important. Because you would have on NQ, right? And why SMT is important. But you cannot treat this like a structure shift with all these wicks here, right? If you didn't know anything about displacement or SMT, you would think that, oh my God, structure shifted. Now I'm going to long it off of this fair value gap, right? Claudia, Z, please. Z, please. Tell me your opinion about my position. I don't know what you're talking about. I bought a poor man's call option on Tesla expiring June 21st, strike price 200. I've lost 2K. I didn't put a stop loss. Could you please give me your opinion? What's the issue? So you went long on Tesla expiring June 21st and your leap is down. So what's the issue? Do I close it? I don't know. It's your position. I can't advise everybody on their individual portfolios. Everyone has their own risk tolerance, their own budget, their own investing goals. I mean, it sounds like, if I'm being honest, it sounds like probably something that you didn't want to do, right? Because buying a leap is very similar to buying 100 shares, especially if you went deep in the money, right? You're talking about something that has a very high delta. So it's the same as buying 100 shares. Very similar to buying 100 shares. So I don't like you're getting scared because you lost money. Then why would you buy the leap? The leap is a big commitment, right? So it's the same as investing in Tesla. If you're worried because Tesla's price went down, probably don't buy a leap. Right? What is the poor man's cover call? You can't buy a poor man's cover call. So you bought a leap and then what? Did you sell calls against it or no? I don't. You didn't even tell me what your strike price is. How do I know whether you went deep enough? Oh, strike price 200, June 21st. Yeah, I mean that's definitely not deep enough for a leap. It is in the money, but it's definitely not deep enough for a leap, right? Because Tesla. I mean, now the 200, yeah, I guess it is. It was almost point 0.8, I guess, when Tesla was up, because Tesla's been down the last 2 days. Um, so I guess at some point it was what, like around point 0.8 delta. Yeah, I mean, but that's a $5,000 option. Like I said, it mimics buying 100 shares. So if you're panicking, it's likely because you bit off more than you can chew, right? And did you sell calls? I did it after our class. I didn't say buy a leap on Tesla. I would much rather sell puts on Tesla. But I'm saying if you bought a leap, I'm not panicking. I just want to learn. Well, I was just going off of how many times you pinged me in the chat about this. Um, I guess I don't know. Like, are you expecting Tesla to go up? Did you sell calls against your leap? Or did you just buy the leap? All right, major divergence between ES and NQ. Did you sell calls against your leap? Okay, Claudia, tell me, which calls did you sell? Like, please don't make me pull information out of you. Just give me the info. I sold a call, but I lost more. Which call did you sell? What strike price, etc.? Come on, guys. All right, I'm gonna skip that question until you give me more details, because I don't want to derail the chat. Will we get an option selling channel for us peasants to post in? I don't know. Option selling channel for the public. I don't know. Santa promo code is not gonna work, bro. Literally use the code in the description. Apple AAPL. You focusing on Claudia, but you don't help me. What's special about him? Guys, I can't get to every question. And Claudia sounds like a female, not a him. Is it good to buy puts on AMD? That's your question? Based on what? All right, I'm going to go back to analysis. So what's interesting is that ES here is bouncing off of internal range liquidity, off of this fair value gap, but NQ actually took out an external range liquidity. There is one below it, which I would be focusing on more. But NQ is so much weaker than ES this morning. I don't think either of them makes a push up just yet. Let's just put it that way. If ES can get up here, by the way, this might provide a decent short. Let's see. Well, that already played out. Guys, I'm not going to answer any more questions about your personal portfolio. Okay? There's thousands of people here. Everyone has a different risk tolerance, budget, portfolio distribution. If you're up 35% on Amazon, I'm not going to tell you whether you should sell or hold. I don't. There's no answer for that. Right? Like, was it a swing trade? If so, amazing. Yeah, probably you would sell if you're 35% up. Are you really young and this is your retirement account and you got in good on Amazon and it's a long-term hold? I mean, RTY is at previous day low. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm interested in oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm interested in to see what RTY does here after taking out yesterday's low. You took a short at 1978? Oof. Brave short, but that's awesome. Man. Dixie looks bullish on the day. Let's see. All right. I'm going to take a look at some stocks here. Man, I can't believe I missed that on a yes. I wanted to short Palantir from this level here, from around 17.25. Why don't I believe trust algos? What is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why don't I believe or trust algos? What algos are you talking about? What is Celsius doing? We're up 23% on Celsius. And I sold calls on Celsius yesterday. But we bought it at 49 after it filled this gap. Any SPY-only traders? I mean, I trade ES futures, and you're much better off trading futures than options. That's for sure. For day trading, I mean. What are you trying to plug your channel here, Mentor Hub? No, bro. He said, bye, Felicia. I've been missing all those trades in 2024. Well, I missed the monster one today. Well, I didn't. It's not that I missed it. They're just, for me, there was no entry on that way up. Unless I FOMO'd, but yeah. Yeah, this risk reward is kind of shaky. How many points is that? 4? Maybe we could take it from this order block. But this looks like it's OTE. Oh, yeah. I don't want to short that. This market makes no sense. What doesn't make sense about it? All right. Now we have bullish divergence. So whoever was asking me about SMT earlier, check this out. Now we have we went from bearish divergence to bullish divergence. Right? And NQ is the one that took liquidity, which means ES doesn't have to. Right? Which means ES doesn't have to. So if a long sets up on ES, because it is the stronger one, then we can take it. But I have a feeling it's going to be in this tight range all day until the end of the day. It's the same 5 to 7 stocks. I don't think that's correct, Hustle Smart. I don't think that's correct. I want to get into futures, just not sure what the best platform is. Do it on Tradeovate. Tradeovate has the best commissions. And you can hook it up to TradingView. So you can trade straight from here. Like I have one of my evaluation accounts right here. Right? It's hooked up and I can take trades straight from here. Like right here. And for Tradeovate, it only requires $500 of margin for every contract. Is that better than TradeStation? I don't know if it's better. All right. Here we go. Tesla took out yesterday's low. Let's see if we can get a push up on Tesla. Does IBKR hook up to TradingView? Yes. Yes, it does. You have a... If I log out here, actually, you'll see all the brokers that are included in there. You see that? Tradeovate. Oh, Webull you can do? I didn't know that. They must have just added this. Even though I don't trade on Webull, but I know a lot of you do. But Interactive Brokers is one of them. TradeStation is another. So, yeah. I'm going to log back into my evaluation account. Yes, I'm looking at Tesla, guys. I'm looking at Tesla. $500 margin for full ES. Yes, clear the ground. Isn't that crazy? Call me frugal, but no shot I'm paying for the connector to TradingView. Okay, bro. Good for you. I'm sure you'd pay for a lap dance at the strip club, though. I'm sure you'd pay $5 for a cup of coffee. But you won't pay $5 a month to trade better? All right. Yeah, I want to see If we can catch a retracement on Tesla, I'd be interested to play at the money calls. What day is it? Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, Thinkorswim, it's like $12,000 for one ES contract. I think even more for NQ. So it's 500 on Trade of It. Why the price difference? I have no idea what you're talking about. Price difference of what? Lap dances? Is that what you guys are talking about? Fuck. Let me see what Tesla calls are looking like. January 12th at the money is, so the 232.5 call. Oof. Why are Tesla options so expensive? It's $390. Why is Trade of It only $500? It's intraday only because you cannot hold positions overnight. So you'd have to close it before the end of the day. So if you're just day trading, then it wouldn't even be concerned to you. I'd need to see one more leg up on Tesla so I don't get faked out. But I would go light size at the money calls till pre-market high. Remember when I said that pre-market low to pre-market high was a small range? Well, now that it got down to yesterday's low, this is a much wider range to play. And, you know, if the trade pans out, can offer an opportunity. Plus, you have a fair value gap now inside this order block, or order block inside the fair value gap, whichever way you want to look at it. But I need Tesla to make one more leg up. I'm not gonna take it from here, considering how weak it is. Is there PDT restrictions on Trade of It? Bro, here's the amazing thing. There's no PDT restrictions on futures. That's the amazing thing. That's what I'm saying, man. You guys need to come over to the, well, it's not even the dark side. It's the light side. Tesla rejecting VWAP, scalp short. Bro, let me give you a word of advice here. You're shorting at a discount. You don't want to short at the lows, right? Like anyone's position that you're in, I hope it works out for you, and I'm rooting for you. But you definitely don't want to make a habit of shorting the lows. And you don't want to make a habit of longing the highs. That's all I'm going to tell you. So either you take an optimal trade that gives you quite a bit of upside, or you sit on your hands. But I would not short the lows, especially if you're talking about options. Because just this little move here, you're already down quite a bit. Looking for Tesla for fill on FVG on 3 minutes before taking calls. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad, Renault. I want to see one more leg up, honestly. Because it's down almost 1%, I personally want to see one more leg up. If you took it from this order block or this fair value gap, I wouldn't hold it against you. But would you consider Tesla CSP at this price? Yeah, of course. I'm still holding it. Should I hold it? No idea what you're talking about. Looks like trade of 8 initial margin, same as toss. No, dude. If you're holding for a multi-day position, yes. Look at the intraday margin. Yes, Joel. Yes, that's correct. Am I looking for a gold long? Yeah, of course. I think gold is going to set up for a very nice long soon. Wow, Dixie's like 0. It's completely flat. This is clearly, as I said earlier in the week, this is clearly waiting for CPI. So CPI is tomorrow, right? Obviously, we're going to go live. Here's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting if we beat on CPI, then rates and the dollar are likely going to drop, right? If CPI comes in higher than expected, we'll get one last leg up on the dollar. Or I don't know if it's one last leg up, but we'll get a leg up on the dollar, and interest rates will go up, and we'll see these treasury futures drop. If it comes in as expected, then I think the market will continue to rally. I don't know if there'll be a huge change in the dollar or interest rates. I think if we come in as expected, the dollar can slightly drop, as opposed to coming in better than expected, where I think the dollar will actually tank, right? So better than expected, I think dollar drops, interest rates drop, treasury futures rally. As expected, we'll likely see a little bit of a drop on the dollar and rates. Higher than expected, the dollar and rates will go up. And when the dollar goes up, we'll likely get a tanking of gold. At that point, I will likely be looking for a long for sure. If gold can get to 2010, somewhere in that range, 2012, I'll definitely be looking for a long. Tesla. Yeah, I want to see Tesla make one more push up with displacement and then a retracement. I'm not taking the Tesla long from here. Oh my God, it's 10:30 already? I just realized I've been on here for an hour and a half. In your experience, how effective is ICT for individual security? I mean, sometimes you guys throw questions at me that are like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like some of you speak in riddles. Like, individual security? I don't even know what that is, bro. I'll be honest. How effective do I think ICT is for trading? I think it's very effective for trading. I think ICT concepts, while I don't believe they're entirely unique, they definitely are built upon prior things. I do think the way that he packaged them is very unique and very precise. So, like, you know, he's not the first to talk about gaps and breakaway gaps and things of that nature, right? But certainly the way that those concepts are packaged, I haven't seen anything that precise. You watch any anime? Not as much. I do like reading it. Not as much anymore. Tesla had a turtle soup setup within an hourly FVG. Let's look. What are you looking at, bro? This? Sure. That hourly FEG is from December 13th. Does the market ever go down anymore? Sounds like someone who didn't buy the dip. No, I don't expect the market to go down until probably, obviously, CPI barring, right? Like if we get terrible CPI, yes. But other than that, I don't think the market will go down really until March-ish. And the reason is because I think the market is going to get a rude awakening when the Fed doesn't cut. And I still don't see how this is the case. 66% expect the Fed to cut in March. I just don't see that. So when something that's priced in ends up playing out differently, that's when you get a reaction in the market, right? Even, what's his face? Bostic yesterday said that he expects a cut to be by third quarter, right? The first cut to be in the third quarter. What is this? Temu? What is Temu? Sounds like a Chinese company. Data coming in. Let's see. What data are we talking about? Governor Bailey speaks at 9:15. What data are you talking about, bro? There's no red folder news. Tomorrow is crazy. Guys, tomorrow is crazy. CPI and unemployment. And what is this? Chinese CPI tomorrow? Oh my God. Yeah. CNY is the Chinese yuan, right? So China reports CPI tomorrow. China is like in complete disinflation mode. They're in their CPI is in the negatives. Yeah, I'd love to know who's making up these numbers there. All right, nice push on Tesla. That's the kind of move I want to see. It bounced off the order block nicely, and whoever shorted their RIP. That's why I was telling you don't short at a discount. I think you still have a shot at RTY, bro. I think you still have a shot at RTY. In all honesty, I mean, this is what the 5-minute chart looks like, and we just broke structure with displacement. So I'd be looking for a long here in RTY. Might not even get there. We have this order block here. Okay, I'll take it from the order block. That's what I'd be looking at on RTY. You took it from here, guys, on the 1 minute. What is RTY? Russell 2000. It's a small cap index. All right. I think we're going to stay in this range all day. I don't think we get a humongous move until probably PM. And then you'll see on Twitter, everyone's going to say, was CPI leaked? What's insane is OTE entry is right at those equal highs. That is crazy. This line here is the equal highs, and 0.786 on the fib is right at those equal highs. This will be a very interesting level. All right, guys. I'm gonna take the rest of this in the Discord. So for those of you that are part of the Discord, we went way over time today. We're supposed to stop half an hour ago, but was having too much fun with your questions. Leave a thumbs up on your way out. That way other people find this stream. We will be streaming tomorrow for CPI, so make sure to turn on notifications. Look out for that. I will take the rest of this in the Discord and post my trades in there. But had a couple of decent moves that, I mean, obviously I didn't enter a trade on ES, but it's not acting that erratically. Pretty, I don't want to use the word easy, but the reads are definitely there. But I'll post the rest of the trades in the Discord. I'll see you guys there. And I'll see the rest of you that aren't in the Discord. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.